Alright, we should be live, but I'm just really testing the stream for something because, yes, I'm trying to fix that issue with the stream suddenly turning into members only for absolutely no reason. I don't even have members enabled on this channel, so I am. If this doesn't work out, because I'm trying to see if there's anything in like the stream settings within YouTube. I will try to switch to Streamlabs. Maybe that works. I don't know. Because maybe it's not from YouTube. Because I'm not sure what else is the issue. Hold on, how do I go into the stream settings again? Um, um, did I forget again? It's not customizations, hold on. I was there a moment ago. Let me click on my own stream here. Hello there, Ame. We might not actually be streaming for long. I mostly wanna, I mean, if it is works, maybe this won't be a test stream. But I'm mostly trying to fix the issue with the members only stream. So I'm trying to see. I didn't do much different, so in theory it should pop up, which is bad, but I haven't done anything yet. So is it gonna show up or it's still public. There's nothing in. Let me update the stream, reload here, see if anything is happening. No, it hasn't shown up yet, which is good if it stays that way. Let's. Hold on. Let me go into the. Okay, is there any other settings here? No. The only thing I've done is enlist live replay once stream ends. I've disabled that, but that should basically only make sure the stream doesn't go to this enlisted when the stream ends. So in theory that shouldn't be anything. Also, technically this is for a different stream, so wait a second. Do I have two stream keys? Okay, I gotta delete this stream. That's from ages ago. Island Sanctuary tutorial. Bro, what? Why do I still have that there? Hold on. Let me delete that one and see if my actual current stream shows up. Live. Where even is that stream? It's not there. I mean, that was ages ago. Let me try to scroll all the way down to whenever I did that. That might have been my first stream on this channel, I don't know. Okay, that might take a while, my bad. Last page, maybe it'll be there. Yeah, there it is. There's a few here. But I mean, we've done that one technically. Was there another one? No. Weird. No, it's fine. Well, I'm trying to be sure because I technically did nothing and it didn't work last time. And my main thing for going live right now in the morning was to solve that. But if that's solved, I guess we can play a little bit. That said, I have not prepared most things. So we might be a kind of grindy thing. We can probably check out the ad tree already, but there's a lot of other technologies that I'm gonna have to farm for. But yeah, I mean, if it works, then let me change the title of the stream though, and then I guess we begin. I also do want to return to F14 soon, and I'm thinking of probably just streaming that as well in another Palworld stream. We're just doing like a little trial roulette. So what I always do when I'm back to F14, like that's the #1 thing for quite a few times, unless there's a new update. Anyways, Palworld. I don't know. I'm not gonna bother with the title, but I'm just gonna put Palworld there. I don't think I'm gonna return to F14 yet, but possibly sometime before next week or within next week. Alright. Is title updated? Alright, let's go then. So I'm making a new base. It's where I'm gonna have all the endgame tech. So let me show that. So if I go, need to go down here. It's quite far away. I'm making it in the roots of the world tree. So right over here. And I kind of want to make something cool here. Like, by cool I mean like kind of mini city. So not just the base. Also, for the first time, well, besides like one bridge that I did near my area, I'm actually messing around with the painting feature. Like, you can paint foundations and stuff. So, like, yeah, we got this. But yeah, as you can see, it is like a lot more futuristic stuff, and yeah, it is like the endgame stuff. Technically, the only thing here that isn't endgame stuff is the Palpods, and well, this is still the best chest, so you could technically call this endgame. But the Palpods, I think there's a different one, but the issue with a different bed is that I don't think I'm gonna use, because I'm pretty sure it's the same size as a large Pal bed, which is way too large. This takes up too much space. So yeah, I'm probably still gonna stick with the Palpods. And if we go outside, also yes, these are the ancient material synthesizers, so I don't have many pals here yet. I'm still setting stuff up, so I haven't placed all the pals here. And also, as you noticed, the stairs are quite small. That's because I don't intend to have large pals working on this base, and I'm gonna use a lot of the handbooks to make, you know, normally weaker and smaller pals strong for the base. So that's gonna take a while, because that means I need to collect a lot of handbooks. But also, if we go outside and look at the walls, and there's the ace and the non-binary flag. I had to do it. I was like building my base, and I was doing the walls, and like, okay, you know what the heck am I gonna even do here? And then like the idea just popped in my head, and yeah, since I can't build well, at least I'll build like, you know, cool stuff like this, like pride flags. And then we got this little pathway here, which is, I mean, of course, still unfinished. I mean, I haven't done there's supposed to be another floor in the future. But yeah, and this little pathway, I mean, over here I haven't done anything. But towards there, it goes into this little watchtower thingy. I don't know what to call it. It's just so that you go up, and then you got this. Actually, I kind of like the colors on this one. Also, non-binary code. That was on purpose. And then it goes up here. Then I tend to have like another little house here. Probably not a base. I might have another one base around. I don't know where though, but it would need to be in like a more open area. So it wouldn't be here. So this might have like a little house, but like mostly like just decorative house, not an actual base with functional thingy. And then, I mean, if I ever need another base nearby, I would have to find a more open area, and I would build another one. But for now, just one base is fine. That one friend, that's too woke. That's woke, yeah. That's me. For real. Also, I'm using a lot of the glass foundations as well. Both the new types and the glass ones. It probably looks kind of ugly, to be honest. Like, if there's any pro builders out there, this is ugly as heck, right? Oh, look, I'm trying. It's better than what I usually build, which is a square of the same material. So, yes. You know what, I'm kind of proud of this one just because, you know, at least it's better than what I usually do. There's that little elevator, which it really isn't an elevator, but because there's no elevators in the game. I wish they added them now. But I kind of like this wall, so basically there's this. It's just for me to get up and down between that floor right there and my expedition chamber, because those are so freaking gigantic for no reason. Yes, that's why the idea to build that thing on the side of the base came from, because I needed more space down here for that. So yeah. Of course, the walls here aren't done yet, so I can literally just fly through. But in the future, I would need an entrance. So there's one. There's another one down here for convenience sake, near the foundations, and yeah, basically that is where I'm at. All right, let's get the hatchery built. I think I got all the materials. I just needed the AI cores. I know they're still building back at base, but we have enough. I think we need 50. We should have 50, right? Let me check the pal thingy. Yep. All right. So apparently you place pals in, and basically the pals in there you don't need, like, it's very small. They do all the same thing they would do in a breeding farm and in incubators at the same time, which is good. But the one question I have is that I did see a few videos of this, and I mean the eggs were instantly hatching, but that's probably because they had the settings lowered. Because mine take 5 minutes. You can technically lower it down to 0, but I don't want that. You know, I kind of play with my settings. I don't want it to be too long. I don't want to wait an hour for an egg. But I'm also not gonna let it be instant, because it firstly kind of removes the purpose of other pals like the egg hatching thingy, and it, you know, it kind of makes sense, I guess. It's not too easy, so we'd still have to wait for the eggs. But why were the eggs basically nearly instantly popping up in there instead of taking the usual, I don't know, I think the minimum with all the skills like 70 seconds? So is this just gonna skip that process, or probably not? I'm probably not gonna be that way, but you know, I have questions, so we gotta test that. And regardless if that is not the case or it is, it's still useful, and this is what I'm gonna have on my main base. So I'm gonna no longer need my breeding farm. This is a temporary location. I'm gonna have more stuff on the top floor, and yeah, all of this is temporary except the lower floor. I think that's kind of done well. So we got all the sleeping thingies, the clinic, the monitoring stand, and the resources over here. So that's fine. But this floor, yeah, it's kind of messy. I'm gonna have to change it. But since it's so many different things, like the workbench, which I'm probably gonna have more of, the electricity, which this is temporary. I need a new one. So yeah, this floor is very temporary. I'm gonna change this entire thing later. But anyways, this takes ages to complete, so I better help out, I guess. Wait, Luna. Yes, 50 seconds. Yeah, basically this pal, I gave it a lot of handbooks, and because I just found it so cute, so now it has level 10 anti-work and a lot of other skills. Perfect IVs, potential, max level, awakened, very OP passive skills. Yes. Look at it, it's so cute. Like, how could you not like it, you know? But yeah. I also do want to try a new boss, and I wanted to do that on stream. The Moon Lord from Terraria. I think that's my next one, so we might do that today, maybe. Because of the expeditions being pretty OP, when the more pals you get, I have gotten a decent army, I'd say. Basically, just a bunch of 4 stars that I've got. So yeah, that should help more. It has improved since last time. Alright, so yes, you just put those pallets. Wait, there's wait, what do you mean you've got? If I build another ancient hatchery, which I can't right now, is it gonna show up like right below this one? Do I not even have to go there? Interesting. But well, that's really neither here nor there. We just want to test this. So we need a... Sure. You know what? I have no idea what this is going to do, because I usually breed the same type of pals. So this is going to give a completely different egg. But I still want to... Well, let's test it out. Set egg. So what now? Okay, it's going to take a while, isn't it? That answers my question. Otherwise it would be here already. That does answer my question, I'm afraid. Wait, what do you mean? What is this? Oh, wait, we need cakes. Wait, no, actually, no, that does not answer my question. I need to put cakes in there, otherwise it's not going to do anything. That kind of makes sense. Hold up. So, once we put cakes in there, that will answer my question. Set egg. Oh my god, it's actually... What? Are the eggs instant as well? What the heck? No, this is okay. No, it is taking a while now. Oh, there we go. No, not that long though. Oh, this gives Ophidia. You know what? I'm gonna keep going. That was on accident. I didn't know this gave Ophidia, but I like Ophidia, so we're gonna keep these two in here for a while. What the heck? That is so broken. That is just one, by the way. If I set up a whole bunch of these, like, I'd be getting 10 eggs in here auto-completed in no time. So, like, just set up 10 of these and kind of just walk around. Collect one, collect the other, collect the other, collect the other, and then go back. And so that you can basically get 10 of each. Of course, that is going to require a lot of cakes, so we need to fully automate that. Which I'm sure we can. And we probably want the better cakes, but yeah. That's crazy. We've already gotten 5 in there. Like, it's that good. Thank you for the memo, Gaffagy, but yeah. Wait, you can get lucky from breeding? Really? Wait, maybe one of the parents has it. I think just one of the parents has it, right? It's not Lucky Pal, just the Lucky. Yeah, I think the Orzak has it. Yep, the Orzak has it. You can, I know you can pass these down from breeding, but it's not a Lucky Pal because it has the little star next to it. Like this Pingolet has. That's why it's huge. It has a little star. But yeah, the passive can be passed down. Okay. That's crazy. I would need to automate cakes. What's happening on your Tomodachi Live? To be honest, I did play it for a while, and then I stopped playing, because I got bored of it. I will return, probably, but yeah. But let me tell you what was happening last time I played. So I kept adding a few more characters, and I kind of, when I got the maximum, I don't know, I think it's the maximum, I'm not sure. I think it was the maximum. I know I did set up a few temporary NPCs, that were like, you know, just duplicates, so I could unlock the maximum size, and then I deleted them. So when I got the maximum size, I kind of split the island in two. There was like the larger island for most characters, and then I had the Madoka Magica Island. For now, they weren't yet meeting, but I did have like a place ready for a bridge later, and I wanted to add some kind of like fantasy characters to kind of bridge the two. Namely, for example, Eluka, you know, kind of introducing magic and kind of bridging the two. But anyways, that's a completely different story. But anyways, Madoka Magica characters, right? I think I had already told you I added the Oli Quintet, probably. Did I miss anyone? So I think I had Sai, Kamami. Yeah, I mean, I still need to improve their designs, but yeah, I had those. And then I started adding, it was Ren, Rika, Emily, so I added those 3. Rika Ren as a child. I know Madohomu were dating, but they didn't have a child. And there was another one. Is it Kyoko Sakura? I think that did happen at some point. And I think they did have a child. So yeah, there was that. And then on the other islands, I don't know what I had told you last time. So there might have been no changes. There might have been one or new characters. I know I did add Luca. I don't know if I mentioned that before. I might have already mentioned that. But yeah. Also, I did have like one other original character. I don't remember the many details about it since it's been a while. But yeah, we got 10 already. That's crazy. But yeah, we are gonna need to get more cakes. This is gonna run out really fast. Alright, with the ancient, we should probably do the ancient kitchen. Since we need cakes, right? So... Oh, also the ancient farm. This should, I don't think, I don't have enough resources for all this. 50 world tree, only water. I hate farming that so much. Oh my god. It's not too bad if you do it every once in a while. But I don't want to farm all day. Like, I don't have the patience to do that. So basically, I do a little bit of grinding, then I stop. Then, like, in a few hours, I can do a little bit of grinding. Like, it's relatively fun that way. I'm okay with that. But I can't grind it non-stop. And what's the problem with that? Is that progress has been really slow. Guess why? Because I always need World Tree Only water. And I don't want to farm it too much. Like, I just farm every now and then, and I need so much of it. So yeah. Also, I have just been using mostly the mechanical bow because this thing's gonna run out of ammo very soon. The mechanical bow, I can craft ammo easily with just Storelight. It can insta-kill most pals, unless it's from a distance. Sometimes that can take a little bit longer. And, you know, yeah, you see, I have 1,100 bullets and arrows. And this thing basically lasts so long. So I just fly around with the wings, which, yes, very cool item. And kill around a bunch of pals. Yes, that is basically how you farm World Tree Water. They could have at least made some, like, I don't know, daily or weekly challenges. Some kind of bosses that you had to beat for, like, a little bonus, you know? Like, you know, beat this boss, you get, like, 30 World Tree Water. Complete this weekly challenge, you get, like, 20. You know, just something to make the grind less monotonous. Because, yes, that is exactly what it feels like. Just going around, killing random pals and farming their tops. There's gotta be a... I know there are some... Wait. There's gotta be ways to at least improve this. I need to look into the pal passives. Alright, we are not farming anymore. Hold up. Silver making OC. Yeah, I had technically two original... I know the name was Ash. And because I don't really... It's very rare to have non-binary characters in fiction. I made them non-binary. And I also had the Len and Rin. With their own personality, so like it wasn't any like, you know, kind of had like, a little bit story made up in my head about them. So like it's the very islands, or well, the world where the island's in, which technically, yes, they were made on the island. They were made by the god that created the island, which would be like the player. Which, yes, they also have an incarnation, so I guess kind of counts as an original character. But yes, and then like they made the first two residents, which was Rin and Len. They traveled the world, and that's how other people knew about it, and that's like how other residents started coming to the island. So like that's the lore, kinda. So like Rin and Len traveled through the world, and you know they kind of have their own interests and their own things they like. Well, it's not very detailed, but yes, there's that. So yeah, so technically those two are original characters. So yeah, there's that too. Well, half original, I guess. You know, there's no canon in Vocaloid, so. So yes, those were the four, I guess. The Incarnation, the two, and then there was Ash. Yes, and also there was the Blacksmith. I forgot his name. The Blacksmith was basically, it was a guy. Because again, for some reason, maybe because well, a lot of my friends play that, but most of the games that I play end up having a lot more female characters over male characters. So I end up having more female characters on the island. So yeah, I made that the original UOC a guy. I don't know his name. I forgot. I know he was a blacksmith. And again, that was supposed to tie into that whole like fantasy thing. That I also wanted to have more like fantasy characters on the island, including Final Fantasy XIV characters. That I don't think I added any yet, but I did intend to add. So like a blacksmith kind of fits into that fantasy and also medieval world. So yeah, I'm kind of having a whole bunch of themes clash together. So there's Project Sekai, music, Vocaloid, on one. Then there's like medieval and magic on the other. And I guess the magic part can also tie a little bit into Madoka Magica. So yes, there's those three things basically on the island together. And the medieval and magic, yes, I am including Evilius Chronicles in that. Because, you know, Eluka having magic. If I did add Rillian, you know, the whole kingdom thing, it kind of fits, I guess. So like a 12-year-old trying to make an OC. Yeah, probably. Yes. I didn't put much thought into it. I just needed an explanation for that character to exist on the island, you know? I wasn't writing a fan fiction or like a book or something. So yeah, I just needed an explanation for the character to exist on the island in my head. It's not even written down. It's just in my head, but yeah. But yeah, basically those were the four quote-unquote original characters. 5, technically. But, I mean, one of them was literally just a side character. He has no lore. The blacksmith has no lore. The other person, Ash, the non-binary character, I've kind of got a little bit interest about him. It's like he's a collector. They're a collector and stuff. But again, no backstory. The only characters with the backstory are the Rin and the Len. I say backstory, but the story isn't really that developed, but they do technically have one. So yeah, basically yeah. So those were the five quote unquote originals. Um, but yeah. And then of course there's the Project Sekai characters and Madoka Magica characters. Wonder if there's a way to find Mimogs more easily, because Mimogs are very good to farm duck coins, but I never know where to find them. It's like whenever I happen across them, it's by pure luck. But I wonder if they have like set spawn points, locations that are more likely to spawn or something, because I would like to farm those, if I could. Oh wait, I forgot. We were doing. We're going to check passives. Pal passives. All right. I need something that increases the drops, and I know there's specific type drops, but surely there's one for everything, right? There's more elf regen stuff. I know Gumas for all types of wood. I wonder if there's one for all types of ores, because that would be useful. I don't have that one. Is there anything else? Come on. Fire pals drop 40% more items when defeated. That one doesn't have anything. 40% firepower, I mean that isn't that much. Text the location of nearby pal effigies. This might be useful. Do you like Yuri or Yoi? I mean, if we're talking about just like ships in like fiction, both. Both are okay. Just not the weird type. As long as you don't get into that, yeah, I like both. For example, I've been watching Benari Memita. There's that as well. But also, I want to love you till your dying day, because I saw the trailer and it looked both very depressing and dark, and also Yuri. So yeah, I started watching that as well. Have you heard about it? I'm assuming you probably have, to be honest. You're way more up to date in terms of like queer ships than me on anime, so I'm sure you have. Also, I heard there's a manga, so maybe you've already read it. If so, please don't spoil it, because I'm only watching the anime. I'm not reading the manga, so please don't spoil it. But yes. Sometimes drops fire organs. Stupid baby. There are so many stupid babies in here. Look at how adorable they are. They're so cute. So far we only have Penking for fire types. Ooh, this. So Fuddler reduces his stone weight by 80%. Wait, 80? Hold up. Wasn't that 40? Oh, damn. Wait. So this is at this is basically at 1 star, right? 0 stars. So this gets better. Like what? 90%? 95? That's kind of good. Hold up. Do I have any? It's just stone though. What about ores? But either way, that's not for now. We don't need it right now. We just need power drops. So far, we've only found banking for fire types. All power restores themselves hunger to the pal with the lowest hunger every 5 minutes. Huh. Or wait by 80%. Wait, this is good. There we go. Does not stack. While at a base, reduces hunger depletion rate of base pals by 10%. That is, if that gets better, so that could be good actually. Plus, it farms cotton candy, which I think you need for one of the cakes. I think. Increases efficiency by 200 when working at a weapon workbench, weapons and other facilities. So if you give it any work, that could be better. Any work suitable level by +1 for all pals. Okay. There are a lot of useful ones here if you kind of build them up. But that's not what we're looking for right now. These are so cute. How do you get them? Oh, there's the Gloopy Primo. So again, so far only one. There are a lot of okay, Dark Pals drop 40% more items when defeated. And I think there's an area with a lot of Dark Pals. I guess we could just add both of them to the team. So an Alphydran and a Panking. Alphydran and Panking. Anything else? Also, this has an OP ability I found out today. While it appears near the player, automatically pick up nearby items. So, okay, I'm gonna write them down because that could actually be useful so I don't have to go pick the items up. Floppy, Banking, and Alphydran. So we're gonna set up a party. We need one more, I think, for pal drops and pickups to farm stuff more easily. Neutral pals drop 40% more items when defeated. So, Catress. Catress Ignis does not do that. While it pursues zooming on pals, carrying capacity increased by 300, does not stack. Players take 50% less. Okay, no. Anything else? Electric pals drop 40% more items, so that is menacing. Same for the menacing terror, exactly same ability. Palags you pick up have a 44% chance of becoming an alpha Palag. The chance is higher with the aqua one. Neutral pals, okay, same thing as with Alphydran. Or sorry, Catress. But with Blaze Howl. Also included, I guess. Blaze Howl, Knocked. And oh wait, Blaze Howl is grass. Okay, but I don't think there's any grass pals on the world tree. Alright, I think we're all set. There's not gonna be any specific like for everything, right? Reduce the weight of all types of ore by 30%. That is useful. 35 for that. Let me look up at like the later ones. I don't know. Have 100% more pal souls. Increase party EXP gained. Okay, well that is useful. Alright, I think we go. There's definitely nothing else. So there are a few. Is the good news. But I don't know if it's gonna do much. Do you remember spacewalking with you? Oh my god, sorry, I have not watched that. I have not read that yet. I did forget. So thanks for the reminder, but I'm probably not gonna read it in a while for now. I do remember now, but I didn't remember, sorry. Oh, for those I'd rather watch you eat. Oh, okay, I see. So you haven't heard about it then. Alright. Fair. But yeah, I do remember that now. I did forget though, sorry. I am planning on returning to F14 right after this, and I'm currently watching 2 animes. So I think I have all my stuff that I want to do full at the moment. So probably not in a while. Hopefully I do remember when I actually am looking for something to do. But yeah, I'm afraid that's not at the moment. Alright, so we would want a floppy. Let me just go by Palpedia number, yes. Okay, there's an Alpha Dran. That would give Dark Pals drop about 40% more items when defeated. Okay. Where's Floppy? There it is. Lucky Floppy. While in party appears near the player, automatically picks up nearby items. The other pals, some of them were Menacing. Electric pals drop 40% more items when defeated. And it is the same thing for these. Okay. And we do have technically one more slot. So either place Hell Knocked. I would like probably neutral pals, I think. Those do exist more. So something like Catras would work well. Do we not have Catras? I think Blaze Howl Knocked also worked. If I can find it. I think I even caught one recently in one of the... Yeah, I did. There it is. Neutral pals drop 40% more items when defeated. Okay. And there we go. Another thing I could do is set them all up with Vanguard. That probably helps me. And I think we're good to go. At least as ready as we'll ever be. Wait, do I even have Vanguard as like one of the... I don't think I can transfer it yet. No. I don't think any of these matters then. Alright. We'll just go with this. And we'll see if that helps me. Hopefully it does. Because I do need a lot of world really watered. Too much. So we needed 50 for the farm, right? So I guess that's our next goal here. Also the kitchen. That way we can start automating eggs with ancient technology instead of using the new one. Because on the base I want to use like all the endgame stuff. So I don't want to use random old stuff like random crop farms. We want to use like the ancient cool ones, which basically work the same way. But you can basically put whatever crop you want in there. Instead of having a field for a specific one, you can switch around. That's basically all it does. That's the only difference. So it does say high level planting, watering, and harvesting. Does that mean like it grows faster but you need higher levels or what? We can test that another time. Also, we're gonna need the ancient power generator. For that, we're gonna need 100 poxolite, 150 poxolite, which needs a lot of 50 more holy water, 100 more holy water. Oh my god, the holy water. Oh no. Why do you need so much of it? That's gonna be another 110. Yay! Let's go! Worldly water grinding. Yay! Heck no. Yeah, we're definitely not doing all of it today, but I'd like to at least get some progress. What else do we want? I already have it unlocked. I think I have it on my main base, but this one doesn't require any holy water. Let's go. We don't need any holy water for that. So we just want 50 for just one of these. Well, technically 100 because it's a poxolite. I already have enough paloxite, but I'm gonna need more anyway. So 100 is that holy water before we return to base. What about this one? That's too much. That's for another run. That's for another run right now. We just want 100. So like this thing is neutral, right? You take too long. So floppy is freaking useless, basically. Oh wait, it automatically puts it in my inventory. Maybe you're not so useless. Sorry. Can you even keep up though if I fly away? Does it still pick up the items, or is it just if I fly away, does it stop? Well, I guess we'll test it out. Why am I going to remove floppy from the party? Like that. That is a neutral pal. Are you still gonna pick up the items? Probably not, right? Yes, but I had to look behind me, so it's a little bit slow. Honestly, probably just gonna replace floppy with something else later. Yeah, so this thing is fire. I don't think I even had any fire boosts, though they do exist. I have boosts for neutral, dark, and electric. So, yeah. I know the maximum you can get is 5. So if we get more than 5 on one of these, we know it also works for holy water drops. Like that's a neutral pal. We got 3. That doesn't prove anything. We need to get more than 5 to know that this does work. There's 8. Wait, this might be count. That's a fire one. I think that's just 3 plus 5. That isn't 8 on a single one. I need to let them wait till they disappear. Alright, so this thing is just dragon water. It's not gonna give any extra. If I can hit it, these things are hard to hit. Alright, we need to find neutral pals, please. Okay. That didn't drop any. Yes, there is a chance they don't drop any. I love the wings so much, honestly. So I use them when farming in this area, basically. Because since I have to basically get out of... Jet Dragon has a limited amount of moves, you know, it takes time to use the moves. More than just using the bow, assuming I can hit it right. So I end up just basically using the wings around this area. If I do need to fly further away, then I will use Jet Dragon. But for other things, I just use the wings. It's like that dropped 4. Wait, I don't think they can drop 4. They usually drop 2, 3, or 5. So I think that worked right there. But to be sure, let me see if I can get more than 5. That dropped 3. So we keep going. I mean, we're gonna need 100 at least anyway. So we got 40 at the moment. Also, you can boost it with right click. It does spend the cells faster, but it lets you fly faster as well. Okay, for that I am gonna use Jet Dragon because that is a boss, and I could get out of here faster. There we go. It's like that gave me nothing. Believe there is, yes, that thing right there. I want to get those 10 holy water. Let me get out now. Next area. I'll fly right over there, and the Sibilix Primo is a neutral pal, so we'll look for that one to test our stuff. The only advantage is when you're flying up, basically the wings might not work because you need to glide and then use the boost. So if you don't have enough time, you won't be able to fly. Now imagine basically the elytra. It's basically an elytra. If you think about it, it's basically an elytra, not more or less. Except instead of you having like a one-time boost with the fireworks, with the firework being a one-time boost, basically this one you hold the boost and you spend more of the same cell. So it works a little bit differently, but also very similar. So yes, it's basically elytra, but you hold instead of using a single boost. That gives me 3 holy water. That is a dark pal, so that could drop more as well. Please, don't run. That gave me... I can't pick up the small pal souls. No, that can't do. I need the small pal souls. Thank you. This one dropped nothing. Well, no, there's 2 more. That gave me 7. Theory proven, yes, this is boosting. So, yes, we are going to want more of those boosting pals. And we're going to want to 4-star them so we can actually optimize that more. Because 40% is at 0 stars. I don't know how much is 1 stars, but it is better. Ooh, look at that. There's a lot of pals in here that I can kill for holy water. That is going to be a big holy water haul. Thank you. Let's see how much holy water I get from this. I had 70. Thank you. There's more over here. More items. You can die, please. So that gave me, no, from 7 to 8. That gave me 15. You know what? Not bad. We're nearly at 100. This is kind of a grind, though. I'm not gonna lie. The good thing is, at some point, we're not gonna need as much holy water. When we have all the buildings done, the only thing we'll need it for is awakening that you need for newer pals if you want to awaken them. But that's only 10, so like that's easy. You can probably stock up on that easily. And then you really won't need any more. Wait, you needed to get Palxolite, so I guess you would need for weapon repairs. But it still isn't as much, so I guess it's doable. But at that point, you've probably done everything in the game. I guess you'd still be awakening pals to fight the hardest bosses. I know Astral Team, I haven't tried fighting it yet, so I don't know how strong it is. But I know it's like a raid fight, where you basically need, you have your base pals inside the Astral Team arena. And they need to be really powerful, because that thing has like 5 million HP. So, yeah. For that, you'll probably need an army. And an army will require a lot of awakenings if you want to optimize that. 8 sapphires. I think that does sell for a decent amount. We got 96 holy water. Please, can you drop holy water so I can go home? 100. Let's just beat these bosses while we're at here. Alright, let's go home. Alright, so that gave me a good amount at least. Do we need Palxolite? Let me see how much Palxolite we have. Let's go first to this base. If we need to get more Palxolite from the other base, we'll go there in a second. Monarch, may I recommend you anime? I mean, you can, but I rarely watch anime, as I said. I'm only watching 2 at the moment, and that's a record, because I'm usually more in gaming mood, right? And someone else, like an IRL friend, so I would want to prioritize that anime, already recommended me one, which I haven't even started. So, I might not really watch it. I might forget it by the time I am looking for one new one to watch. Which... actually, that might not happen much because I also have Bannery, like the previous seasons and the game stories that I want to do first, in the to-do list, to read list, I guess, or to watch, or to both technically. So yeah, I mean, you can recommend, but I'm probably not gonna watch it, and if I do, it's gonna be in a very long time, because I already have a list. I'm sure it can be good, dog. I'm sure it's great, but I really don't watch much, and like at the speed that I watch when with the list that I already have. Yeah. Wait, what do I need? Definitely need more paloxite. I think I already built an ancient furnace somewhere, didn't I? Yeah, there it is. Look at that. I built it the other way around. Great. Need to destroy it and turn it around. So there's that. Alright, let's build it again. This time, actually build it properly. There we go. Just gonna let them do the work. But yes, we are gonna use my old furnace, my old base. Because we don't have the stuff here. You met Mita anime and actually sucking Ave. My girl, I'm trying to line it. Oh yeah, that's also happening, right? So that's another one. But I mean, usually when it's an anime that is just coming out, which is the reason, by the way, I started I Want to Love You Till Your Dying Day, because it was just coming out when I saw the trailer. Because let me tell you, it might have been interested in the anime, but if the anime was already finished, it was very unlikely that I would actually start it. But since it was just starting, you know, it's a lot easier because I can watch it as they come out. I am very cautious, and also in terms of motivation, to start new animes, because if I like it, it's either I continue for a while and I can't stop, and like basically productivity goes down for everything else, like both in, you know, other interests like games and stuff, and real life responsibilities, like it's dangerous. Or if I'm not interested enough, prime example, JoJo. I'm sorry, I did start it, I didn't like it. Like I just couldn't keep watching. I wasn't saying it was bad, but it wasn't my thing. And yeah, I just stopped watching. I think I finished season 1, started season 2. And I was curious about the later seasons, because of the memes and stuff, but I just couldn't keep watching it, so yeah. But yeah. Go for it, Nakamura, given. Is that the name? Like, go for it, Nakamura? Let me look at the artwork. Yeah, it is the name. I probably won't watch it, to be honest, because as I said, I already have a list. But let me look at the anime art. I'm seeing manga art. Oh, there's also an anime and manga. Okay. It looks cool. I see two boys. Is it yaoi? Because you watch a lot of that, so I'm assuming it is. Like, they're very shippable in the anime, I guess. Yeah, the art is nice, though. Sounds fun. Wait, do I have any poxolite? No. Yeah, we're gonna need 46 of that at least. So there goes like half of my holy water. You can see the other stuff is an issue. I have 13,900 paloxite and 16,000 sorolite. And I keep getting more because sorolite can be automated. And currently I have it automated at the moment. And paloxite you can get from the World Tree Expeditions, which I've been farming anyways. So like the only thing that isn't farmable, that is boring as heck to farm manually, is World Tree Holy Water. And you need it for so many things. It's kind of annoying, not gonna lie. I mean, it's fine if I farm a little bit though. But I am basically being motivation locked. Because the grind is too boring. Like, I want to do more stuff. I do want to unlock the stuff and try it out and probably build up a little army and stuff. But I am being motivation locked because of this damn World Tree Holy Water grind. I just cannot farm more than like 100, 200 max in a row before I have to stop and like, nah, I'm done with the grind for now. So yeah, there's that. Like, same thing, like, I don't mind some grind. Like, let's take an example. Final Fantasy 14. I actually do enjoy doing Fate sometimes, which is very repeating. You go around the open areas. I personally prefer doing in my favorite areas. So either Ultima Thule back in Endwalker, and now also Mare Lamentorum was also one that I liked. But nowadays, since they also give more gemstones, my other favorite area is living memories. So that's what I usually do those. Also level 100. Like I like doing those. Put some music on YouTube on the background, chill for a little bit. But I don't like doing too much of it. So that's all. If they somehow, which only happened like once, and it was like a relic grind, so that's understandable, like a relic unlocked. But if they forced me to farm a lot of it, I couldn't. Like I could farm for like 30 minutes, an hour, but then I'd have to stop. So yeah. Also, my Frostallion is asleep. Hold up, I got distracted talking about grinds and like how I feel about them, and I forgot my Frostallion needs to wake up. Oh, you got work to do. Get to the job. I'm sorry. That sounded cruel to my pals. Yeah, we need a 50 Palaxite. I keep mispronouncing that. Did you know Hitler reincarnation invaded FGO Discord? What? I'm sorry, what? What do you mean? Is that like some kind of massive troll, or is that Discord server? I haven't heard about that. Or is that just someone who pretends to be that? Because I mean, I don't believe in that, so. Or do you mean like that's the username? I'm confused. What do you mean by that person or user, whatever? I probably do want to store a lot of these items on my new base so I can start stocking up on items. Which is also add the Pal branch in there. So let me get a few more items from here. Mainly the AI cores I think I'm producing in here. One last floor. So let's grab the AI cores, and in the meantime, let's produce something else. I am gonna want a lot of these, right? And what am I lacking? Exolite. Well, that requires a lot of exolite, I just noticed. We're gonna need to farm more of that. Well, not really farm, just the expeditions for chromite. We're gonna need more chromite. Because we don't need to farm exolite quartz anymore. But we do need to farm... Wait! Oh yeah, you can use a material synthesizer to get chromite, even easier. So yeah, we don't need to worry about a lack of exolite. We do need to worry about a lack of corrosive solvents though. So let me craft those first. And we'll craft the other stuff later. But yeah, the exolite, we just need to set up farms for chromite. In fact, I can probably do it right now. Just gotta cancel this one. And farm chromite. Which should be faster, technically. But my Noclum probably isn't the best pal for it, to be honest. And now he's busy doing something else, so whatever. I'm mainly here for waiting for the Palaxite to finish. Oh, that's very bad. Milgram posted trial. Holy. What? Wait, what do you mean trial? Is that a song? No, I should probably watch Milgram. Or listen, watch. I don't know. Because it sounds cool. Plus, I know a lot of people who know about it. Was it Milgram or the other one? Where's Missy and Sua from? Because I keep hearing about them. Is it Milgram or was it the other song kind of story series? Because I think there were two of them, right? Alien Stage. No, I think it was Alien Stage, right? I think it's Alien Stage, the characters I'm thinking that I keep hearing about. I am kind of curious about Alien Stage, to be honest. Alright, let's go to the World Tree route. And we are gonna bring the items that we have at the moment with us, as well as relics. I want to bring relics. Okay, I don't have any here. But I did remember one thing now. I think I did leave them to do stuff here. So I got a rare drone launcher schematic. Not that I need one, but this will be useful later. Because I can get an epic one eventually if I keep accumulating them, you know? I got a 4-star starfruit, applied mining handbook. I would like to take... wait, my inventory is full. I don't need a sword of light. Alright, I'll just take that one for now. Probably store it though, to be honest. We'll come back later for this. And grab another material that I know I won't... that I want to accumulate in there. That I won't need here. Because I probably want to automate the stuff and just keep those stuff here. Alright, now I'll just bring the celestial sigils. We're gonna fight that today. So let's just bring the celestial sigils. Alright. We're good to go. Let's go. If we need more items, we'll come back. But let's store those so we have something. Start by storing what we already have. Alright, now let's go down there. What does this other one have? Relics and neutral stones, okay. So again, put the stones in there. Also gonna put like money related items. So sapphires, emeralds, that kind of thing. Flame organs can go elsewhere. The leather, the horns, night star sand, not the flame organs. Wait, I think the leather can be obtained from one of the pals on the ranch, so not that. Crafting material, sure. I'll put that on a separate one. I'm gonna color this, I don't know, a brownish color. Like this kind of red, sure. And for the pal fruits, I don't know, like purple. So let's place like some consumables here. It's probably gonna get messy later, but at least for now. Also the mythical wood can also be stored here. And we'll store the leather and the flame organs upstairs, at least for now. I do intend on farming those. Also, that's completed. We gotta go down there in a second. Okay, yeah, we need more. We need a lot more. We're getting too many items. They're not enough. Transporting. I did realize they're faster. I think if they have higher levels of ranching now, they actually produce items faster, which is really nice. But that does mean I am gonna need more pals to transport stuff. So let's get a new one in here. Something cute, right? Something that you wouldn't normally see in a base. Like a daydream. I think, is this my main daydream? I don't know, but like the daydream. The daydream sounds like a cool pal to have in the base. So yes, the daydream is gonna help with transportation. Or building. They still haven't finished that. 10 minutes. Oh my god, I better help out. What the heck? Do I have Luna in my... No. I was gonna ask if I have Luna in my... palace thingy. Hold on. If I sort by expedition firepower, I'm sure I'll find Luna. Yes. Okay, Luna is also gonna be at the base. I need your help. These guys are too slow. There we go. 18 seconds. That's faster. I'm back, and wow, that was something. Welcome back. Was it peak? I haven't seen anything of Wilgram. I think I would. I was saying, I think I wanna watch Alien Stage at some point because I've gotten curious because of some people mentioning the characters. So I might watch that at some point. I mean, I say at some point. I don't know when that will be, but I think Alien Stage is the one I'd probably start first, basically. Right, so we should now be able to. We might be missing some more items, to be honest, to do the Pal Ancient Farms. Is it infrastructure? No. No, okay, we still need something else. Mythical wood. Okay, I can get that. I already have plenty of that at base. In fact, I can technically just get more by using the relic thingy here. So let's do that, actually. So, grab all the relics that I have. And that will give me plenty of mythical wood plus other resources. So we'll just do that instead. Gonna start with we'll go backwards. Power on. I think I do need to assign someone to it technically. So let's assign Luna, because Luna is the fastest one here. We'll assign Luna to the wrench and relic recycler just for a moment. I think this age is good. Doomed, lesbian, gay, and straight, and horror. Doomed everything, basically. Everything is doomed. I love that. Yeah. And horror. Damn. I see. That's cool. So yeah, we can't get enough mythical wood from here. We just gotta wait a little bit. Plus other stuff. Now where am I gonna put the ancient farms? Down there? Technically still have some space. I might remove the pillars, at least not these ones. I'm gonna keep these, but these ones right here, because as much as, you know, they provide structure and stuff, I think we want to have more stuff in here. So I think these gotta go. And instead we can have maybe the farms down here as well. So we're gonna want at least 100 mythical wood. There we go. Oh my god, we got an epic drone launcher schematic. Let's go. That is OP. We got the rare one and now we got the epic. Fun fact, these things, the one downside of it is that it's already breaking. It's already on down to 3000 durability, and I didn't even use it for long. So that's why I haven't been using it outside of important fights now. But also, this means that when we craft the epic one, we no longer need this one, so we don't need to repair it. So I'm probably gonna keep using the rare one until I need to switch, and then I'll craft the epic one. Alright, so now we should have enough, yes, to make the ancient farm. And I think I'm actually gonna use the fact that we did have to remove the pillars to place them here. But they are rather small, which is another advantage. So maybe I could have them elsewhere, I don't know. Alright, to start, I think I'll just do this. Is it centered? I think it is. Nice. I will need more than one, but it's a start, I guess. Might want to reassign Luna here. She's kind of busy, though. You know what? Let her finish. Whatever. In the meantime, we did need a kitchen as well, so let's work on that. I think I just needed old items, but I technically don't have them here, right? Is it not production? Or it might be food. Yeah. So we needed 4 thermal cores. Wait, that's not even that's not even current stuff. Let's go get some from base. So I'll grab some more items from over there. I haven't read the document about Mikoto multiple personality, but all lyrics just literally him missing his other personality. We got the ID in well, at least it might not be accurate, to be honest. In Milgram. That's cool though. Alright, so what do we want to bring along? Sorrelite, at least until I start farming, I am gonna lack a little. Well, not the ingots. We already have the ingots there, never mind. So I need to bring other stuff. Namely, some carbon fiber, thermal cores. This is what I needed right now. Polymers. And I think we'll leave it at that for now. Maybe some bones. Let's do that as well. All right. That's all good. Let's go back. Store what I can. Now we gotta go downstairs manually. I can't dodge thingy. Forgot the name. While I'm overcumbered. Gladly I can still walk. I'm glad they made that change. So I'm only slightly slower and I can't really fly or anything, but that's okay. And now we can put the materials probably wherever the other crafting materials are. Which would be over here. Also, if we're talking crafting materials, those probably shouldn't be there. So let's put that in there. Alright, so now we can craft the ancient kitchen. Which I'm probably gonna go do it on the floor above. They are taking forever. I am gonna need Luna. Have you finished, Luna? Nope. Still ongoing. Okay, so the kitchen, I'm gonna place it, I don't know, right here maybe. We have some space here. We might change that later, but I think for now we'll place that. Can I place it in the middle? No. Well, I can, but it would be harder. So let's just place it in here. Again, I'm gonna need Luna for this. That takes forever. We're on the dormant ones already. Alright, I'm sorry. You can go do something else. It's gonna take a while. So, I need to go downstairs. I might want to install another monitoring stand up here. Because some of these things do require an actual assignment. Which means you have to constantly go over to your monitoring stand. Alright, that's already gonna be sped up significantly, even though it's nearly finished. Oh, Luna's already working on here, that's why it's only 30 seconds, so it wasn't nearly finished. All these little personality things I miss Mutsumi. Mutsumi was peak, honestly. I think it's still my favorite Ave Mujika character. Can the Ave Maigo and our notes come out faster? Yeah, I think I want to play my notes. The issue is like storage. I don't know, cause I would have to basically have no game installed at the moment. Number one. Number two, Braid is smaller, but it should be smaller than Bendery, Girls Band Party, and Project Sekai. Again, those games are very old, so that is also a reason why they're bigger. So even though the new one technically just came out and it's like more recent and modern, it shouldn't be as big, right? At least I hope so, because otherwise I'm screwed. So yeah, I would probably have to uninstall both of them and move them to emulator. I really need to get a new phone, but I'm kind of broken. I've got other priorities to do. Especially since I'm trying a lot of stuff. I discovered, stuff way too late. I don't. If you know, you know. But yeah, that's gonna cost a lot of money. Which is not something I have a lot of. And I also am running out of. I did one out already of subscriptions, like the F14 one. Also YouTube Premium. I'm currently relying on free trials of different accounts. So yeah, I probably want to get that up to date. So I don't have to worry about that as well. By that I mean, since I do play F14, I can always cancel it, of course, when I'm not using it. But I'll just buy like a year of subscriptions. Don't have to worry about that again, which is what I did last time. But it ran out now. So yeah, once that's done, then maybe I'll consider getting a new phone. Well, saving for a new phone, I suppose. How big our notes been a discussion? Did you know that? What do you mean it's been a discussion? Like, people are talking about, like, people are talking about, how big it's gonna be, or, like, do we know about it? Because, and I think the early beta is out. Or, like, the closed beta or something. Do we know about it, or do you mean something else? Alright, what do we need for the cakes? We're gonna need quite a lot. Namely, I think the cakes we'd want are the multiple classes skills from their parents. Mutations, I think I like the mutations one because it can give a lot of stars for the special specifically mutated pals. So for that I need cotton candy, potatoes, onions, carrots, and flowers. So we can only do one of them at a time because on this farm, because I only have one. So let us start with cotton candy, something I can do. But I would need, because I'm gonna remove this later, place them on the floor above. But because I need a lot of ranch stuff right now, I will be setting a temporary one right here. And as for the farm down there, we're gonna set up potatoes, sure. That can do the planting. The world tree, one of the world tree bosses. Alright, and now we need to set up well, the issue is I still need better stuff with transportings. So I'm probably just gonna get one of the maybe two. Yeah, let's do two. The cotton candy pals. So where are they? I'm probably better off just sorting through farming. And we're gonna want transporters after. Do I not have any here? Wait, these no longer have farming. So they gotta be before this. Maybe I put them in the I might have put them in the pal storage. Let me check. I need to build another one so I can more easily. Wait a second, I do have it up here, don't I? Yes. Might have put it in here maybe. It's like if I sort through ranching, it should show me if I have any. Yeah, there it is. I put it on here. Wait. So I'm gonna want that. Also, we are gonna want a lot of electric organs, so I'm just gonna put this one here as well. And then we wanna have those on the base, and then we're also gonna want transporting pals. So sort by transporting, and we'll put a few hydrol and ignis maybe. Yeah, I'll put 2 hydrol and ignis. And they should get to work with the transporting on their stuff. Yeah, there we go. So at least for now that works. And then I want to be able to assign them here to the ranch. So there we go. We got production of that going. For that we're going to need a water pal because we don't have any besides that thing up there. That doesn't count. So we're going to want... What water pal am I going to bring here? The only one we have is right there. But it's a level 1 watering pal. I think we need... Firstly, I think we need a higher type of watering pal, right? I could do one of my main pals, but I don't want to use the expedition ones. Is there any other better ones? Yormantites are level 7. I think that's my best bet. They're quite large though. Maybe not. Oh wait, I had a lot of ganglers, right? Let's just use one. We'll use one of these. And it should prioritize, yes, it should prioritize watering. I might want to upgrade that to level 10 to be honest, but it works for now. And then, do we have gathering on pals? Let's see. The world tree ones, they have level 5 gathering is not enough. This one has level 4 gathering, so that's also not enough. So we're gonna need one gathering pal. We need at least level 6. Starion Primo. Lucky. That's a level 10. Perfect. That will do. Alright, I will change which pals are here later, but For now, we'll have those. So let's go down here, there to the expedition chamber. Collect this stuff. 130. We are getting pretty OP expeditions by now. My percentage is basically on this one is 1,260. It was like 1,290 before I gave those pals to the base, but yeah. It's also I got so much Paxolite besides the relics. Wait, let me sleep. What else have we actually not checked out? I think we've mostly checked out everything, right? There's the ancient hot spring. I mean, that's basically the same. It looks cool though from here. We're gonna let them grow on this. Yeah, we're just gonna farm a whole bunch of World Tree water, but I think that's all for today. Hold on, I wanna. We're not gonna do any trial roulette because I'm probably ending soon for lunch. But let me renew my subscription, and I'll log on. I need to go to the lodestone. Sorry, not the lodestone, Mog Station. I had it disabled for 10 days. I still have the Krista for 2 months. I'm trying to increase that, so I don't have to worry about that afterwards. But since I didn't play for 10 days, I disabled it. And if I didn't play for longer, I would have it disabled for longer, but I kind of want to play this weekend. So we are getting it back. We are going back to FF14. That didn't last long. I was away for like, what, 20 days? So yeah. 20 to 30 days. I think it was more like 30 days. But the subscription renewed on the 5th, so a lot of that time wasn't really used. With Krista. Wait, what about the retainer? Because I technically have one more retainer. Retainer service inactive. I did have the third one. Oh, that's separately. Okay. Well, I might just keep it disabled for now. I don't need the third retainer for now. Plus, the items and everything stays there. They just can't be used until you renew the retainer. Basically, you get 2 retainers for free, but if you want more, technically they are add-ons to the subscription. 2 are enough for most players. I like a third one just so I can keep extra stuff stored, since I've been playing for a while. Technically I could store it elsewhere, but I'd rather have a specific space for that so I can keep accumulating stuff. But I don't need it right now anyway, so yeah. I'll just settle for that. So I think I can log on now. Let me open up Final Fantasy 14. The update is technically, I think, only next Tuesday. Yes, there is going to be an update soon, so that's also why I wanted to return. Plus the Final Fantasy 14 Fan Fest. So I felt like returning earlier. But it is just relic weapons, so there isn't much, like, story-wise. Story, I think, is going to be in September, when 7.56 comes out. Alongside Beastmaster, so that's going to be cool. But yeah, this one is just the relic weapon updates, so nothing too much. I think also the new area for the forgot the name of the thing, the island thingy in Dawn Trail. Oh my god, that is so loud every time. Well, it shouldn't be showing in the screen for now, but it will in a second. Let me just log on. Finally realize how scary Junior is. Wait, what's Junior? What do you mean? I think there are pals that can accelerate growth of crops. Also increase the yield, like Cornelius. But there was another one, wasn't there? Is it Patalia? No, that's planting work suitability. I feel like there was one that increased the growth acceleration. I don't know if that was changed or if it was a different one. No, I might have to do some research here. Alright, let me switch tabs. I think we're done with Palworld. I'm just gonna have to farm more the World Tree Holy Water. The thing with the eggs is really nice though, but we don't have enough electricity anymore. So we might need better electricity too. So the ancient power generator, which again, I need to farm World Tree Holy Water for. Oh, it's already showing. Perfect. You can see it already. I'm a senior and I find every single junior scary. Oh, like in school? What do you mean you find them scary? Are they they're like bad people or something, or something else? Look at the Loprits. Start by checking my retainers. I did also want to get back my money that I spent pentamelding my gatherer gear, which is not pentamelding, like I bought the pentamelded gear itself, which was expensive. So I think I'm gonna be farming Gil a little bit. I want to do fates and such. The advantage is, yes, I did get a good amount of like pentamelded gear, which is gonna last me until the beginning of Evercold. So I did want that. But yeah, the issue is that yes, that did cost me a few millions. So I'm gonna start probably by getting this up to 11 millions on this. Also, wait, I think we can now, because it's been 30 days, get a house for the company, the free company, and I could get into airship ventures. That is gonna cost me another few millions. Yeah, we gotta farm money. It's like 3 million, like plus 1 million for the plot. But I do want to get that. I might wait a little bit though. But let's check out if I can actually buy a house already. How's my free company doing? Because I was technically alone on it. It's still fine because I'm the only. Technically, I think it's 30 days. I wasn't even offline for 30 days, so nothing would have happened. I think if you're offline for 30 days, the leadership passes to the next person in the leadership order. So if there's like a co-leader or like an admin, if there's nothing of that, it passes to a random member, which would be bad. The thing is, I'm the only person in the company, so it basically nothing happens as far as I know. So it should be fine anyways. Technically, you do still have to be online every 45 days for the house though. It's kind of sad because I mean I'm never offline for longer than that, to be honest, so it doesn't matter to me. But like, let's say I wanted to take a really long break from Final Fantasy XIV and don't log on for like 6 months, I would still have to keep my subscription up at least every 45 days because of the demolition timer for houses. I do hope they change that, but at the same time I kind of get it because otherwise there will basically be no houses for anyone can speak, because basically they would all be full and they would never empty. So I don't know, they should at least add more. Firstly, more districts. We should be getting another one. Should have gotten one by Dawn Trail, to be honest, but at least you never cold. And also, I feel like we should get like, I don't know, 60 yards for each, but add them over time. I feel like that would at least lighten the issue, but I don't know. Alright, so let's see. Like there's one right here, and this one is for, I don't know if it's for free companies or individual people, or both. Let's check it out. There's a 3.1 million 41. Let's see if I can technically buy it. I'm not going to buy it, but I want to see if I can buy it, so I can start saving my guild funds that are on my company coffer for it. Not my 40 million. Those 40 million are saved up for the mansion. For my actual moon mansion. Yes, that's gonna come out soon. Copium. It's not. It's not confirmed or anything. I'm just scoping. But yeah. So we're gonna ask a very weird question. I mean, it shouldn't be that weird, but sure, go on. Worst that can happen is I might not be able to respond, and I'll tell you that I'm not able to respond, but you can ask, sure, that's fine. $41, it's right there, okay. It's near an east right, okay, that's nice. So where is the house? Oh, it's technically you have to go down the stairs, I see. It is not a beachfront property, so that lowers the price a little bit. So I'm not in a rush to get this house or anything. Available to free companies, available to private, currently unavailable for purchase. Oh, because I think there's a timer, like you can't buy the house until you... When the house has a vacancy, you can't buy it for a while. Can I check if I have permission anywhere else? Like info, entitlements? No, that doesn't help because you still need the timer. We have to go look for a different house available. Nice, so these ones work for both. Let's see if there's any available ones here. Okay, there's one over here on 17. The Final Fantasy 14 housing crisis for real. Oh, it's right close to... Wait, is it a beachfront property? Is it this one? It is a beachfront property. Hold up, this might be a good one. Currently unavailable for purchase. Okay. We should probably go check somewhere else. I don't think we're gonna find any house in Kagane. Let's go to the Lavender Beds, maybe. Or are we just out of the lottery cycle? I don't know. Residential district, Ethernet. Somewhere with more houses, hopefully. Okay, these are all full. There's a one on 13. Wait, I think it teleported to the wrong one. Where's the Ethernet? 13 is here. Wait, is it my favorite one? I might generally just buy this if it's available. Sorry, where is 13? Oh no, it isn't my favorite one. My favorite one is the one right next to the market. This is not the one near the market. I thought he was, never mind. But either way, let's test it out. Is it available for purchase? Okay. So I can't even see if it's been unlocked or not. I gotta say it's not my fault, and I was like, but wait, she might not know what she's doing, but then I remember she can understand that very comfortable. Wait, what do you mean? It's like, but wait, she might not know what she's doing. I'm not understanding what you're meaning. Let me try to... Oh wait, there's more. And the worst thing, people sees it and then makes jokes, together and stuff. Oh wait, I see. Let me read that again so I can try to understand. I think I know what it is. See, I see two messages. Did one of them not get sent? Like the first one that I see is like I tried to say it's not my fault and was there something before? YouTube might not have sent it. I don't know if you want to send me DMs or try to retype that. I'm sorry. That might be why I wasn't sure. So, I'll wait because I think there's missing context here. I see two messages, but I'm assuming there were more than. People shipping IRL together, IRL people together are really weird though. I wish they wouldn't do that. Especially if they know they're being annoying and they're making people annoying and annoyed and uncomfortable, then it's even worse. And I was confused, is it my fault? It doesn't sound like it. I'm not sure what exactly happened, if there's any missing messages or something. But from what it seems, it doesn't sound like it, not at all. Also, if you were confused, like, let's say, because I don't know what happened, I don't know if it's missing lunch or something. Let's say you're confused about something and you did something wrong, kinda. But like, you were confused at the time or something, and like, if you apologize and stuff, but again, nothing wrong, you know, mistakes happen. I don't know if it's something else though. But no, it doesn't sound like it. If anything, the people's fault is the ones that are being weird about it and shipping people together. Did the other one not get sent again? Wait, did you want to send it in DMs maybe, like Twitter DMs or something? Because I can check on there. I think YouTube is being, well, YouTube. I'm afraid that does happen. Maybe there's a message, a word that triggered it. Sorry. I'll open Twitter. I have Twitter open at the moment. Currently are all the houses currently unavailable for purchase? Hold on, a 14 housing lottery timer. Like, how does that work? Housing lottery schedule. Is it just not available at the moment? Like for every single house or what? Housing lottery style results period. Oh, that might be why actually. Okay, we can't check it right now then. Oh wait, thank you. Let me see. What the heck? No, it's not your fault. What the heck? That is just very wrong. It doesn't matter if they were young or not, they shouldn't be doing that. And if you were the one assaulted, that's just wrong. Is it like that every school? I think you should get out of there. That is very serious. Is there an option to go to a different one or something? Oh, it was back in middle school, I see. Well, no, it's definitely not your fault, that I'm sure. I mean, if they were the ones targeting you, then it's obviously not your fault. I'm sorry you had to go through that. But seriously, that is very serious. Like, if it happened... Wait, no. Elementary school, I see. If it does happen, like, again or something, like, you should probably consider switching schools. I hope it's not happening anymore, but yeah. But no, it's not your fault. I mean, if you were the one being targeted, don't want to say the word, then it's obviously not your fault, it's theirs. But yeah, I hope that doesn't happen again though. Alright, I'm gonna log off for now, I'll log on after lunch. We don't have time for a trial roulette. Does that make it worse? What do you mean? No, not at all. Again, you were the target. So regardless of when it was, like that is not your fault if you were the target. You weren't the one doing it, right? It was the other person, as far as I know. So, no, you were the target of that. It's not your fault then. It's never taken seriously. They should be taken seriously though. That is a problem, and it's certainly not your problem. It is a society problem. And no, it's obviously not your fault if you were the victim in that case. Gender norms are so fucking stupid, yeah. Like, both genders can be victims. It doesn't really matter which one it is. Like, yes, female victims are more common, unfortunately, because, you know, a lot of men are stupid. But both can be victims, and both should be taken seriously. That is something bad about society, but yeah. So, if you were the target, then it is their fault, not yours. I'm sorry I had to go through that. Now, let me see how many items I got so far. Yeah, the electricity is not keeping up. But I'm not getting the new generator for a while because I need to find multi-yielding water. So that'll be for next time, I guess. And I think I'm gonna go for lunch. Yeah. I don't know when next I'm gonna stream, but I definitely do want to farm first. And when I feel like it, I'll stream again. Yeah. When I'm the mentally ill, but also the most normalist one in my school. Honestly, from what I've heard from the different times you've talked about it, the people over there are really weird or bad or both. And that's really messed up. I don't know if it's just like an Indonesia thingy, but that should not be normal, honestly. Also, don't worry, if you're the mentally ill, I'm also the mentally ill. We're both mentally ill together. But yeah, often like the quote-unquote mentally ill, the neurodivergent, whatever problems you may have, depression, whatever. You know, often those people are better than, you know, those without, because those without, they can be really bad people, honestly. So don't worry about being quote-unquote mentally ill or different. Be you, you know, and that's what matters. Because it seems you are certainly better than a lot of people over there, so yeah. Have a nice lunch. Thank you. Alright, I'll see you next time. Thank you, Amber, for coming to the stream. It was fun chatting. And yeah, bye bye.